Hello everybody, and welcome back to Dr. Ghost Games. If y'all are new to the channel, welcome. I'm Dr. Ghost, and I make content for the game World of Warships Legends. Today we're going to be on Land of Fire in Arena. I had a match recorded in Arena. I'm going to be with two of my clanmates, Blazing Ducky and Simpin Easy 1. We're going to be doing some things, and it's going to be pretty fun. I hope you guys will enjoy. Before I get into this, though, I want to remind you guys, if you guys are tuning in for the first time, well, this probably you won't know this at all. But people who are, watching my channel quite a bit, you guys can go check out my TikTok. Now, I didn't want to make a TikTok, but with the current trends of TikTok and how everybody's using it, I thought I would take advantage of it a little bit and post TikToks. And now I only post gaming videos, or clips, I should say. So if you guys want to go see all my shorter things, you guys can go check out my TikTok. It's drghostgamesyoutube. That's all it is. No spaces, just drghostgamesyoutube. You guys can go check it out. And yeah, so with all that being said, we're going to be getting some stuff done. Now, we're going to be pushing with all of our division mates, of course. Now, we've chosen an interesting setup here. Double Massachusetts and Bismarck. We're all tanky battleships, and we've got really good secondaries. So, you guys are going to see some of that, a lot of that, actually, in the gameplay. And if you guys don't know, but one thing is true, and I love the Massachusetts. Massachusetts is probably easily my favorite Tier 7 battleship. I nearly have almost 1 million XP on it, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Or I have been enjoying it, rather. I love this ship. It's a fantastic American battleship. And right off the bat, we are across from the orange team. And right off the bat, right off the rip, we get a citadel. Not bad at all. Of course, we're going to be shot from the other side of the map. If you guys look on the map, there's guys spotted off to our left side as well. And they do have our broadside. So we got to be very careful about that. We are going to get focused. So keep that in mind. But we're going to hopefully move up and get behind these islands here, to hopefully not take many hits from our crossfire, and hopefully just mostly take hits from the people in front of us. We don't want to be taking most of the, we don't want to be taking big chunks from those guys off to our left, because they have our broadsides. They can do the most damage to us. So we're trying to move as close as we can up to this island so they can't hit us no more. And unfortunately for Simpin, he's just going to get absolutely ripped to shit. And pardon my language, but he's going to get ripped to shit, and it's not going to be fun for him, and he will eventually go down, because he just gets absolutely focused down from the other side of the map, and there's just nothing much he can do about it, really. So, yeah. Now, there's a Bismarck, and over here, along with a Tirpitz, it's also a pretty tanky battleship team as well over there, the orange guys, and actually, one of their ships is already dead, so it's just them two. Now, we're trying to use this island cover here to limit the amount of people shooting us. We're not wanting to get shot on our left side. That's a huge thing in Arena, guys. Is if you want to, try to stay alive for as long as you can, you got to limit who can shoot you. You do not want to get crossfired. It's not fun at all. So what we're doing is we're using this island off to our left to block a majority of the shots coming in from the people to our left, and hopefully only take hits from the people in front of us. Now, if you look at Simpin's health there, he's not doing well at all. Obviously, like I've said, he's going to get focused down. There's nothing he really could have done about that. I wish it would have shot me a little bit more, but unfortunately it didn't, and they chose Simpin. And there's nothing he could have done about that. And yeah, we were pretty salty in the party, as you guys could probably guess about what was happening. And it gets really salty here at the end, but you guys are going to hear that. But yeah, I was really pissed of the outcome. But it was my fault, and I take responsibility of it after. But you guys will see here. It's a pretty heartbreaking ending. But as you guys can see, we're taking more shots. We're at 65,000 damage. We're just keeping it rolling, and that's all battleships are all about. You want to keep prioritizing targets that are giving you the best angles, the best broadsides, and that are providing the most amount of damage for you. And that's what you do in battleships. And to hopefully also angle to your to other people as well that have your broadside. Limit the amount of people targeting you and who can also hit you and do most of the damage. Now we do start pushing here. I'm like telling Ducky and Simpin, we need to push these guys. Simpin did just die, unfortunately, but me and Ducky, or I told Ducky, we need to push these guys. We need to get these guys off the board, so that way we can go deal with the guys off to our left. We need to kill these guys as fast as possible, so we have some breathing room to prepare for the onslaught in the middle of the map, in the middle cap. And one thing I hope they do is, I don't think Arena should have that middle cap. It's so annoying how you can have an insane game, right? And unfortunately, a team would just go in there and cap. Now, it's okay. It adds a bit more diversity, and it adds another way, you know, to have fun and potentially win a game. But it's not about the win. It's about the XP. Now, capping, of course, gives you XP, but I don't think Arena there shouldn't be a cap in the middle. It should all be teams versus teams, damage. Who can get the most damage, who can get the most kills, that kind of thing, and that's your XP. But unfortunately, they just don't do it. It, to me, it's like you know, it's just a cheap way of winning, and it really is. It's annoying. But there's nothing we can really do about it. And hopefully Wargaming does some changes to that, but I highly doubt they will. So we'll just have to see. But yeah, Tirpitz is trying to rush us. We know he has torpedoes because he is a Tirpitz, and if any of you guys don't know, Tirpitz does have 4 torpedoes on either side of the ship. So what do? We turn away. We turn away to hopefully not get hit by his torpedoes. Now, do keep in mind, like I've said, not like I've said in this video, but in other videos and in chat rooms and stuff, I always tell people, these South Dakota class battleships, the South Dakotas, the Massachusetts, and the Massachusetts and the Alabama, if you guys don't know, are South Dakota class battleships. And what's unique about the South Dakotas is they have very good torpedo protection. It's got this actually has a 50% torpedo damage reduction, meaning I don't take as much damage. If a Tirpitz torpedo hits me, usually I'll get hit for about 10,000. Or like 14,000, 13,000. I would get hit for about 7,000 to 9,000, right? That's how much damage I'll take. Even less sometimes, even 5,000. But it's pretty significant, and it does help in a lot of situations. So keep that in mind. But as you guys can see, our damage is absolutely insane. We're at 116,000 damage. Not bad at all. And Ducky is still alive. He's making work. He's, I believe, going around to hopefully get that consumable for us. And he's going to push in, and I'm going to support him in the center here and see what we can do. But yeah, that's about it. The match is coming to an end. So there's only 2 guys left. It's us 2 versus them 2. Now do keep in mind, one of them's in a Lenin, which, as most of us know, who have been playing the game for a long time and know what most ships are all about. The Lenin, I'm sure you all can agree that the Lenin is probably one of the best battleships at Tier 7. It's basically a Nelson on steroids. Now, Nelson is, of course, a British battleship, but then with the Lenin, it's got the same kind of triple turret layout. It's got 9 16-inch guns, they're Russian, of course, and it's got an icebreaker bow, I believe, and it's got a 32mm, meaning it can't get overmatched by almost everything. It's really annoying to fight. It's just the HE isn't as good as the Nelsons, of course. But yeah, it's basically a Russian Nelson, and of course I'm starting to get shot at. I have the least amount of health, I believe, out of the 2 of us, and they're going to shoot me. Not much I can do about that, but we're also going to shoot back. I'm trying to focus down the Alabama because he has the lowest amount of HP. I want to get him off the board to limit the amount of damage I can take, so that way we can focus on the Lenin. Unfortunately, however, you guys are going to see what's going to come up. It's not going to be fun. It's just unfortunate, but it was all my fault. So I'm going to take the L. And I should have stayed back. But you guys are going to see what happens. It's going to be quite sad, but yeah, what should have been a win unfortunately turns into a loss. And yeah, like I said, I take full responsibility for it. So yeah. So what we're going to be doing here is what I was thinking. Now, Ducky told me he was probably screwed and he was probably dead, so I start pushing. And this is the mistake I make. I should have hanged back and kept my range, and it's my fault. I made the ultimate mistake here, and which is why they got the win and we did not. Now, we still earn a bunch of XP, of course. For what we did, I mean, we totally earned a bunch of XP. We could have earned more if we would have won, but it's okay. It's just a game at the end of the day, and we all get over these kind of losses one way or another. They happen. You just gotta suck it up and move on. But it can definitely be annoying, and it sucks because I knew I could have prevented it. I knew I could have won the game for us, but I chose to potato. And no matter how good you are of a player, no matter how good you are, you occasionally will make mistakes, and it's just how it is. We're not perfect. We're definitely not perfect, and we occasionally make mistakes. It's just how it is. And yeah, I make a mistake in this game. I throw the win. So, yeah. Anyway, so what we're gonna be doing here is I look at their health. I'm like, dude, I can kill both these guys, right? They have no HP, and then they kill Ducky. So I'm like, okay, this is a bit more scary. Hopefully, though, I can kill the Massachusetts, right? So I start rushing at them. I should have not rushed them. This is the mistake I made. I should have just hang back, maybe even loaded HE, and, you know, kill them both, right? Ducky actually does get the kill there, getting a flesh wound. Good job, Ducky, by the way. If you're watching this, you did a fantastic job. I look back on the match, and you got a first blood and everything. More than that, probably. We'll see at the end here, but, yeah. I think, you know what, I actually was slowing down, right? But I'm like, he's this low. I'm just going to turn to get my back on off. And I shouldn't have done this. I should have just kept bow on, because if you notice, he actually bounced a shell off my bow. I was tanking his damage, and I know where to aim. I don't know if he knows where to aim. So I shoot at his guns, and I knock out one of his turrets. One out of the two turrets. I should have aimed superstructure. So that's the first mistake. And now the second mistake is, look where I'm angling. I'm going nearly full broadside, and he pounds me for a good 8,000 damage. Now, we're down to 13,000 HP, and he still hasn't fired all his guns off, and he hits me again for another 6,000 damage. And unfortunately, we get our gun back off, but it isn't enough, and he hits us for 5,000 damage, taking us down, and unfortunately losing the game, and I flubbed the drive-by. I should have aimed lower, but GG to everybody. Good job, Ducky. Good job. You did very well. And yeah, I hope you all did enjoy. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Stay healthy, as always.